Alrighty, we are back. I know I don't really do much of the YouTube thing. I keep noticing. I kind of just find it easier to just kind of start it and go from there. Maybe I'll start to try to get more used to doing a quick YouTube intro and then splitting, like pausing and re-recording the when we get to this part. I've just been lazy about it. But it turns out it's been officially announced. The 15th, I was right, is KCD2 hardcore mode. Son of a bitch. So this is gonna be interesting for sure of how I'm gonna do stuff in the future. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm still gonna try my best to force myself to cut these VODs and try and make some stuff out of it, because if I can finally like make the time for it, which definitely should be just forcing myself to do, like maybe plan specific days and do only a certain amount of hours. That way I feel like I'm making some progress. I will definitely um, try to do them, because my goal is to try and like share it on other stuff for sure, mainly through just YouTube, of course, because I I stopped sharing like my Insta a long time ago just because I really didn't care for using it for promotions and stuff. But who knows? Maybe that will change again. But I feel like kind of like with Facebook, it's a little more personal, so it's like maybe I'll just stick to it. But we'll see. Um, and I don't know. I thought about using TikTok to promote stuff, but I think I'm just gonna rely on YouTube Shorts for it. But we'll see.
Hey, Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What?
You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back. Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
All right.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
I've only had one figurine, right?
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax.
Okay, so maybe we first have to investigate the glass part, and then go from there. Anyway.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Just reminding myself what we're timed on. Right.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Guylaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks at the first entry made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author. Is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading. I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Wait, just to make sure. Monday. Oh, we don't have a date for this. What was the date that we marked down? It's probably in our journal somewhere, but...
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station.
Oh, we're
Someone
here.
has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
Oh wow, wait, this is recent.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Interesting. Wonder what could have happened
March
if we didn't
51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Your reading was interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hello there.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine. Yes?
When would she just start the reboot though?
What is it? Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead. I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
No. Yes. And no, you're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIM Prefect processing unit.
I don't understand.
RAIM Prefect is my radio computer. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing. I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something. They are connected to my RAIM Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
I'll say it.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, It has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Think that's the one Logic said, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But
Huh.
honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No, I don't.
Really?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they? Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. Take a guess, why don't you?
I'm still convinced.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Tch. Oh, we've been stepping on these. That's kind of funny. I was actually wondering what those were. That is actually trippy. Yeah, now that I'm actually like listen, God, no wonder that gave me goosebumps. That was fucking weird.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? My associates? I haven't... Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Alright, that's like to pick it up. Don't want to try that. Feel bad.
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened? Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to...
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
But he's likely up to no good. He's a crab man. A menace to society. I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
You'll get there, believe me. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she sing?
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance! And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
I was gonna say, look at your equipment. You might be able to help
That's okay
her.
with her. We only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries, we'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I'm not gonna do it, but I'll figure it out.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
We'll come back later. It's starting to get to that time. Is there a boat over here? Oh, by the way, I looked into, like, just a little bit of a hint to understand the gun situation, and, it sounds like, from what I can find without giving it too much away to me, we have to do Everett's shit. Excuse me. So, as much as I don't want to do that fucker's job, I might. Because the gun is kind of a serious matter. That would be fucked. I'm also, oh god, we still also have to figure out how to get information on this lorry driver gal. One thing I want to see real
Mr.
quick, too.
Dubois, I hear the meeting
Dubois.
with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes.
Hmm. Oh god. You know what's funny? I'm kind of looking into like the white checks thing to see like maybe what else I can do. And someone's like, there are exceptions in holding information to yourself without spoiling much. You really shouldn't be telling Joyce a certain thing. Shit. There are consequences for lying to Everett too. Shit. Hmm. Hmm. Let me see. Oh my god, shut up, computer. Hidden modifiers or related thoughts that might unlock the check again. Fair. So I wonder, what if that could be a way? Resetting thoughts like that. Hmm. Alright, anyway.
Now, what can Everett Clare do for you
That
today?
meeting was a success. I hate to see a failure, right?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
No, let's actually
By
keep
all means, Harry. What's
that
on
to
your
myself,
mind?
maybe.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
Ah, shit.
Yes?
See, and now that I'm curious now, I'm wondering if I try to lie on that again and he catches me in the lie, he'll not give me the gun, which probably would make sense. I feel like the whole, like, when he told us he doesn't trust us and we have to do this first, that kind of, I think that will always be a thing. I'm assuming the whole deal is, like, if you lie to him probably twice, he'll, like, I'm not going to give you the gun. I'd hope the one time is fine. Let's see something here. Aha! Holy shit. I was right. now to keep my eye out for containers again, which I know that there is some we can go find.
You're back before the cargo container.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You know what? Fuck it.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck...
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Yes!
You, I told you, I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Past the monument, down there. The Green Temple.
A small temple by the monument. Green.
How was that, Kim?
Yes.
Fucking cool, right? I'll definitely talk to those guys later. I know I need to do that. I just don't want to put too much work on us.
Astars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. And not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West, too.
Estash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time. An old case for my precinct. A couple of Jim's migrants saw a Staj Raiko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Jim's community protested to trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Knowing that, you know, my whole fucking point of this build is to be a smart ass.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word. People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that. 4 years for murder in reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Could it be another Staj Raiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related. Yes, detective? You sure you're not Jimsk?
Hey!
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
That little smile's all that I wanted to see. Anyway, green vehicle. This one. I couldn't check that before, could I?
This green found, A to Z, contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a...
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it. This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Oh god. physical instrument. Give me 1 second, Kim. uh. Okay.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked, pry bar in hand. You take a hard swing at the... Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He smashes it into the window.
Oh, good.
Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Mm-hmm. It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox.
Like how
under
Kim's
the
just like,
driver's
fuck
seat.
this.
Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the massive brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield. To Couron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
So it would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it. The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta, it's a dark parody. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system.
The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes?
Oh.
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Holy shit.
Looks like her, yes. Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we
The movie stars
Yeah,
are
I don't think we need to
still
bother with this
We
stuff.
definitely need to return sometime later. We didn't get enough.
What? In this? What are you talking about? You think that shit has some...
A
Okay.
lorry abandoned.
No,
The smell of
you
there's something
think so.
about them.
Admire the
These
poster.
are movie posters.
I feel like
featuring
these won't matter.
starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye.
So you know what
A
I'm
centerfold
thinking?
of an
Now that we
original
know about the
attached
soul
right
situation,
above the back seat.
and I'm still wondering if we could even have discovered this without the knowledge from that guy. But I'm wondering if a lot of, like, the missions we kind of have in this general vicinity all, in a sense, lead to the Hardy Boys in order to progress the story. Because from what I've looked up, because I was, like, curious if there's any actual, like, softlock progression, the only softlock progression would mainly be day 1 and 2 with paying for your room. Because day 1, you're guaranteed to buy that room. But day 2, there's no guarantee you'll buy the room. And from what I understand, there's only one sleeping place available, but it's considered a game over. So I'm wondering if... I don't know if you, like, if you're fine not being able to sleep and you just have to sit on a bench or something. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But from what I've read, apparently day 2 is a soft lock deal. But I'm not 100% sure.
There's
But
definitely perfume.
from what I've
here.
read, no one
It's spicy.
says
with
anything about any
amber
soft
amberette
locks. As far as I know, you
wafting
can
through
still,
the
like,
bitter
finish
air
this
of
pretty
the
much no problem.
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably grenade number 5. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Jesus.
The actress's looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
The ghostly actresses, and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat, and the oddly bulging seat cover. It closed the rusty up.
Great. I think we got everything. A word? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls, between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. Yes, well...
I don't know.
Unimportant.
Okay, yeah.
Debrief over.
Okay. This definitely helps, though, for sure. I'll go back to this one. I'll keep the gloves on.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Sadly, it's not really my style.
Hey, I've got an idea on how to fix your style. Maybe you should just go fuck yourself, yeah? Ever thought of that?
I love that my own brain just said fuck you too. Like, hey man, I'm Mr. Smarty Pants. Oh yeah, we should probably go talk to Joyce first. We got a little bit of time.
you're back. Good. What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
So we were right. They were right about of what kind of mercs they were.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Fuck.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debarder have over 2,000 men.
Oh, by the way,
It will be 1,000.
something popped in my head too. I am gonna go buy that bottle of spirit because during my research into things, like I said, without spoiling too much, I read that there's a special use for it, and because we can get it for $3, I'm gonna do it.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Yeesh.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms.
I'm
Their armor
I'm
is
almost tempted,
virtually
not only I'll be
impenetrable
replaying
to
this game,
muzzle-loaded
I want to
weapons,
see
even yours. Most Union workers don't
like
have guns at
there
all.
has to be an optimized kind of deal. I know you're not gonna be able to complete every red check, but from what we've learned, you can still progress stuff even failing a red check. You can progress stuff even when failing a white check. And then when you have conversations where you it seems like you do have to complete that white check. There must, I don't know. So I'm wondering, from what I'm learning here, is I can save up more points. Because, like I said, I don't know if maybe that lorry driver, if we had to interrogate him, or if I could have just found the truck. Maybe there's like more to it, or something like that. Of course, what happens if I didn't investigate this? Like, if I just brought my badge to her, would it just gloss over that? And honestly, we might have missed a major clue. I don't know. It's interesting in a way of how this works, and so like that's what I'm kind of wondering. It's like I'm wondering if the initial idea for this game is because you would think to yourself, right? Like maybe as you level up, you not only want to get these thoughts, but maybe like put points into your really good skills. But at the same time, I'm kind of seeing why, like, you know, not like for what I've been doing. Like I have the thoughts for both psyche and physique to raise these up. I'm kind of wondering too if maybe like the whole idea of the game was you're not supposed to focus on your best stats most of the time. You kind of want to focus on raising up the weaker stats. I don't know. It is a little interesting because I would like to actually start putting some stats into my main one just because then it can kind of get stuff going faster on some stuff. Mainly for like, you know, the harder rolls. I don't know. It's interesting.
As I said, a bloodbath. Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
I still wonder if I should talk to Everett about the mugs. Like, I know I already lied to him on the one thing, but I'm wondering if, like, me going in there and investigating it counts. Probably not, though. But maybe I'll do a quick save, and we'll see. Maybe just reload it. I'm not trying to, like, do any sort of save scumming, because I feel like this game is very well designed on, like, not really caring too much on some fails. So... But, of course, I am still worried about the whole, like, lying thing that I saw. I'm just like, oh, God.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers, loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the Colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Shit.
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
I'm gonna risk it.
One
Yes.
must be at the harbor gates, causing trouble, directing strike breakers, perhaps. You can hear the sounds of the ruckus coming from there all the time. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better. If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence, she wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Wonder what happens if you do it.
I am
Yeah.
relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Alright.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good. What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? Because it's not part of reality.
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir to a full stop. So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
How would we
Good.
do that? Oh. Oh boy. Alright. Well, we have almost 30 minutes, so we have to do the other one. Oh, God. Might need to give me some more water in a second. And it's not time to call in about the armor, right? Because we did that... Yeah, we did that today, so we gotta wait till Thursday.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble? It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her? Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can. Oh, you know, Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
Amir's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa.
E.
What else?
There's a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
Where gasmingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours. Fucking hey! Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
Hey.
It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here say you don't really get it. Yeah, I guess I owe you an apology for thinking otherwise. And again, great shit.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
I will.
Ease into it.
Damn it.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
You really...
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not...
I tried. Oh yeah, the mirror. Okay. That can wait. Maybe I really should stop trying to do checks that are so low. That is cool that there's people who can talk to you after you do certain things. Let's see. Need to kill time somehow. I assume we don't have to be exactly there at 9, but even still. Wait, could I open this fucking mailbox? No, because it's green.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
Oh, right. I'm sure dropping that in the mailbox immediately wouldn't be a good idea. Actually. I feel like, though, he would ask us if I delivered it. Okay, since we have a little bit of time. What? Biker cop Sonnies. Feel the streets, leave reason behind. Oh man. Oh, that's what it had. I lose my perception bonus though from that. Honestly, getting higher bonuses from my weaker stats might be a good idea. I'm gonna max out Esprit de Corps for reasons. Hmm. Oh yeah, let's do this one. Will take 20 hours. Yikes. It'll probably be worth it. Isabel and Lilian.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What? Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says. Huh? I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board.
I forget who that one was. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello, mister. Bye.
Kind of figured they were gonna kick him out. Or is it her? Wait, isn't it her?
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Where are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What a nice idea.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
He has a pen in everything. Here you go. I shouldn't have. Probably, but it is a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. It's a bad idea.
Sound logic. Division of labor. She leaves the skepticism to the skeptic.
How did I really reassure her about that? I guess mainly because of the, like, why I questioned her about it. Because he is kind of slimy. But who knows? Maybe I think that's my problem is I can't really get a read off him personally.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign. Lillian's not the only one who's too trusting.
She wanted to see if you would do it, and if she would.
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
Sorry, 1 second.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no changing it. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Yeesh.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I still don't know about that. I mean, it'd be nice to get him a date. Yeah, let me go buy that bottle.
The legend returned. Finally came to your senses, buddy boy. Ain't nobody... Sure, friend. People are just so impatient. Just make sure to enjoy
Perfect.
that
I just
one,
did
friend.
not want him to try and put it
If
back to
you
the normal
drink
price.
this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
No, I read that I can do something special with this bottle. That's what I'm about to do first, in case I fuck up. Oh, can I not? Huh, okay. Well, it's in my inventory. Er, supposed to do something? I guess we'll find out soon.
He's back. And firstly, I got smokes.
Tequila sunset.
Maybe I'll find out later.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken,
Don't you call her? Yeah!
the dozing,
I don't want to get caught up in a conversation too much. I know we need to do it to, like, go through time, or technically I can, like, review an item. Actually, let me go to the pawn shop. Just to see how much I could get for this bottle. R.I.P. man. Just sucks because, like, I do want to lie, but I know that's not gonna help. I'm wondering if the whole point is, like, lying to him and getting away with it is the problem.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
It's for 6.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll reload if it just literally sells.
Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, yeah, it literally does. Alright, nah. I want to keep it. Because if it does do something, I want to know. Okay.
Yes? What about me? Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? 3 days ago, the RCM emergency. During that time, the victim had been... They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as unique. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. Good.
That didn't do enough for me. Items!
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center.
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 14 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Of course, I should have seen it. Eval probably has eyes on us, but if the second signature were to be somehow wrong...
He won't say it outright, but he said...
Forgery, yes. It would render the document invalid. It's not the sort of act I would normally encourage, but under the circumstances, if done discreetly, it may be the only way to save what's left of the village.
Or you could try to trick Everard. Get someone random to sign the document. By the time the union boss...
Oh, wait. Wait, out of everyone... Who's very easily, like, able to be manipulated? I already can assume who. I'm about to find out. Fuck. This one. Chat, I almost forgot it was Friday. I'm like sitting here right now thinking, oh shit, what time is it? Because you know it's 9 o'clock. Well, 9 o'clock when I start, but then I'm like, wait a second, it's the fucking weekend. Go a little longer.
Tequila Sunset. What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a...
Yes.
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things you have. This had better be worth losing the
Ah, no, he took my pen. You know what? You've done a great service for the RCM and the community.
Hey guys, I'm a hero.
Hell yes!
Don't call Abigail!
Thank you for your help. Should we go and mail this?
Yes. Holy shit. You know what? I'm so happy I kept the pen. I really am. Though it would have been nice to have it longer. So maybe me, fortunate would have been interesting. God! You know what would be interesting? Like, if there was a New Game Plus option. It'd be cool to, like, have these stats carry over just to, like, grow them more in a sense. Just to see if you could become a super cop. That would be pretty funny. God. I'm definitely gonna have to, like, experiment on builds and stuff. And I definitely might look into when we finish this game, like, there's gotta be, like, little tidbits of secrets, like, on this and here to really, like, could you essentially have the perfect run It doesn't matter in terms of failing dice rolls and stuff. Just in general, can you have a perfect run and maybe like have the least, say, like fuck ups or stuff?
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an arm.
Yes, for sending mail.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug, Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Agreed. I think we'll have time. No, actually don't quick save. Let's make an actual save. This way, because I do want to get to this place in time. And I don't think we have to be exactly at 9 o'clock, but you never know. NG+, but the opening implies that Harry dreamt the last run up to... That would be fucking crazy. I mean, let's be real. Some games have pulled that off, where the New Game Plus was something familiar. You gotta love a bit of meta gaming.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already
Oh, we'll
sat
talk to
on
him about
that
the drug
chair.
trade later.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today.
Fuck, that was fast.
You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and you're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
You know what? I feel like the lines... I think I understand what that guy meant by the line that I read just earlier. Because he most likely does have people watching us. So he probably would have had someone see that we didn't open the door. Or would have found out. And same thing with the letter. So I think I do see that. But, of course, we walked in, we kind of know the thing. Although I feel like mentioning the mugs would be bad. But maybe I'll make a quick save here and see.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one...
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock,
Motherfucker!
near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for any...
She will be there from 22 and...
Oh, good.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Okay, so I know they're talking about the hangman. I don't know if I want to mention the signatures. Yeah, I'm gonna not mention
Great,
that.
Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Alright. This is where I'll make that quick save real quick. I just want to see how he reacts.
A pleasure as always. Most certainly. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment. You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to
Oddly, it seems to be true.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right? Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
Okay. That wasn't too bad.
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Now let's make one more quick save. This one I am actually now curious.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. I'm always happy. Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez. And they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on a coast. Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on. I accept your salute, Harry. All of it is true. I've got the center, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry.
And then there will be a giant statue of him, towering above it all.
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist.
I'll just say you got my vote.
I do, Harry. I really do. I'm gonna...
A true flash of anger in him, as he thinks of her.
Okay,
Very
I'll come
nice,
back for
Harry.
this stuff. That's actually, I'm glad I did that, because I didn't give away anything. We learned he was being slimy, and we've already fucked him, basically. Once that goes through the fucking mail, it's gonna be invalid. It's not gonna be good later, but fuck him. Because see, that's what I was worried about when I kind of looked into that. I was like, fuck, do I really have to work for that slime ball? But I'm glad, like, I found a way to, like, get around it. Like, thank you. Because I do want to be, like, a little considerate of getting this gun back. Because I do feel like when we finish the game, if I don't have it back, I'm gonna get fucking railed by the police department. Badge is one thing, but gun, yeah. But now, could I have lied about the building and being saved? Oh no. That one's still curious about. Oh, he's here.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights. its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
Okay. I was thinking about it. I do want to put some more points and stuff. Up my composure to 5. Because, let's see. So if I'm correct on what we read, right, about the dice roll, from what I'm understanding, like we have the basic roll, and whatever the basic roll is plus whatever our main stat is at the current state. So logic, of course, being 6, if I roll an 11, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, which should ace most rolls up to a certain point. I wonder how hard this game would be maxing out your main stats. I mean, granted, I feel like maybe you can get away with maxing out one stat in particular. Like, say for intellect, if I really wanted to, I feel like maybe like acing logic would be an interesting one. But I guess then again, too, it's all about balancing because of all the clothing you have. But I feel like the clothing's also useful for the minor stuff as well. Like right here, boom. We're at 5 with this. And I actually kind of appreciate that. Because honestly, perception, composure, and save your fare, honestly, are pretty interesting. Like this kind of feels good for what we're doing. Half-Light kind of wasn't really necessary. But definitely endurance and volition. Honestly, I think having this up is a good idea. That's why I'm wearing the clothes. And then honestly, I like encyclopedia, but I think I might try and boost up more logic and visual calculus, because rhetoric, I don't know. Because the whole point of what I'm trying to at least ace with this run is make him kind of like a Sherlock character in a way. Of course, technically, let's be real, electrochemistry probably would have been helpful. But I do feel like us drinking on the job will piss a lot of people off, so I'm like,
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Have you seen the shit we've done?
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up. One downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's...
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery. Different, of course.
He's a good listener. I like
You
talking
like
to him.
talking to him.
It made me feel
It made you
special.
feel special.
Oh God.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in
Do it. Laugh, Kim.
Come on.
Laugh. No.
We've got a potential witness to interview.
No.
He's...
Okay, I'm gonna be real. I'm assuming based on the character, he is probably gay, and I'm betting you he's kind of like, because of the art critique too and everything. I'm sure Kim was looking at him and like the way we're like chatting and the way I said that, he's like about to laugh, like, dude. I wonder if that will unlock the homosexual thought. That would be fucking hilarious, because I'm kind of tempted. Alright, hello. I won't take things yet.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stability on assignment from Sur la Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, anyway, sorry.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell. I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very... I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Aeropagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
So I think these are matching.
That's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping. I think we have everything we need.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM. The Coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution. Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration. Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
But of course. Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Revachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, Sur-la-Clé. Martinez? No. Martinez is something else. Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Is that... Because like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Choose the most boring
Not
one.
boring, my friend. Responsible. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Whatever you wish. Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. Sorry, who? But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in. Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came.
I
I'm all ears.
won't press him too much
Hey,
about
Mom,
it.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Yes, which I'm sure there's a thing between them. There's gotta be.
Of course. I'm sorry I couldn't be the break you were looking for.
Not a problem. No. No. Insensitive bachelor party vibes. Super logical for a cop to wear this. Uh-huh. I feel like if I put this on, fucking Kim's gonna look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But it looks so cool. What's my empathy at right now? Empathy's only gonna... Oh yeah, because of the thoughts. It's only at 2. Yeah, so let's... I'm not gonna focus on that. Let's see. My perception at 7, but it'd be back to 6 if I put this on. Yeah, we don't really need empathy. I have 0 empathy. Oh, well, I'll keep the half-light gloves on. I'm sure I'll find some other gloves too. Kim, do you react to this?
Yes?
Okay. My logic is at 8. I don't care about losing the drama portion. Let's see. Man, if only there was a way to combine the items. If I'm not able to use it what I think it might be used for, I'll sell it. Because I know it has something to do with the tie. That's all I know. Can I not sell the alcohol? I thought I could. I actually don't know what I did with the other one I had. Yeah, no, I'll keep stuff. Kind of trying to balance out some stuff. I don't know if I want to wear the hat, if I'm being honest. Like, that boost in logic is kind of nice, though. I just wish I'm sure I'll get a better hat. See, fuck it. I'm doing it. Fuck what people think of me. I look good.
You're back. Good. What can I... This... reality?
Yes, reality is an experimental side case.
Ah. Yes, the episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy now that I think of it.
I have 3 of each. You know what? Let's do more health first. Yeah. Because I think I want to try and get some more health and morale. And we'll definitely do pain threshold, because that might help me not, you know, take
Don't
damage.
be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
Actually, let's see. I'm probably not going to max this out, but I'll probably get this up to 5. And then I'll focus on pain threshold and volition. I most certainly will probably get this close to max. Not all the way, but...
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right.
I just have
we're
10
in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay? It remains a mystery what you mean by this.
Are you fucking serious?
This isn't about you.
All of our
It's
clothes.
about reality.
All of our clothes. The debrief. The decompage. I probably fucked that up. The ICP. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you, game.
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late for the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle. The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Jesus.
It was a funny time in history. They discovered transistors and rock music, but they didn't know anything about prions. Nobody did.
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
Oh yeah. The visual check is at 7. But wearing items still won't reset the thing
Why?
though, right?
You and I, officer.
I might have to go back to the church.
Our lives in the zone of control. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Time flies.
Goddamn.
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
That's when they discovered disco.
Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentiment. Glad to have been of assistance.
Alright, cool. We killed time. Let's go! Alright, Kim, time to get my gun back, and then we can probably go ahead and rest for the day. Fuck, I forgot about that. Okay. Boardwalk. Have we been up here? I actually don't remember. No, I don't think we've been up here yet. What the
Put your hands where I can see them.
I do not know what I was expecting.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now. Show me your hands. Right now.
Could I have found her? No, because I think we have to like go to Everard.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer, under duress! Officer, under duress!
Ma'am?
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
Take it
I
easy.
am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
I'm not moving.
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. Officer, administer street justice at our own peril. That one extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect at large! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
It's the goddamn police, shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine? Or drugs?
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
No. Oh, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran... Gareth!
Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
What?
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's happening here.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
License and registration! License and registration! Come
God.
in dispatch! Sector! Sector! Azimuth!
It's not a code, just disjointed words. She's losing it. One twitch and there will be blood.
Kim, pray for me. It's not gonna go well, guys.
She's frantic,
Fuck.
confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights. Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
Slowly back away. No guns worth the risk. I'm sorry. This lady might die, but go for it.
Suicide by cop! Split second decision!
Wait, did she pull the trigger?
In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
Oh, never mind.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this?
Okay, good. We
This
did.
isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real.
Okay, you know, I had an understanding to myself last time. It's like there's no way we would have kept the gun loaded, right?
Police gun always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
He probably took the bullets out too.
Grab the gun, right now.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
You know what I'm wondering? I know I failed that check, right? And I still went for. Funny enough, I still like how I had no health loss there, but because we kind of already put the facts together, do you think Kim would have actually pulled the trigger if I failed that check without asking those questions? That's what I love about this game, is like, what could have happened if I didn't be more responsible?
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this. I've had disturbances similar to this before. Many cause, but never this bad. I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more. Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Okay, maybe come back here by myself. Let's look around. At least there's more to do here.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours. The lieutenant nods. The old woman doesn't react.
Nice. Now we got full cop clothes. Let's go. Yes! Wait, what does that give me? Authority. Yes! Finally. Yeah, that's a nice looking gun. It's 3 barrels. So it has to be like kind of like a revolver. Oh yeah, it's a revolving barrel. Holy shit. Sunrise Parabellum. This is your gun, no doubt about it. Nice. Wonder where we get bullets. Because I'm a stickler about... Yeah, there we go. He's right-handed, damn it.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. But this is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground.
I wonder if this might... I'm sure this will affect my coordination skills too. God, there's so much here, dude. Oh, when you discard a thought, it's gone. Interesting. Okay, I'm sure I can come back here. Let me get this barrel and then... Because I gotta come back here anyway with the tear bag. Is having my gun not a bad idea? I think I'll be fine. Looking like a real cop over here now. Let's go.
Yes?
Wonder. I'll do it, of course, the next day, but I wonder if I can go buy bullets. Maybe the guy still has them. You know, to kill more time, I probably should have also read my case files. That would have been probably easier to do too. Don't mind the gun, lads.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Alright, we'll talk about the other stuff later. Let's...
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it? God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuarong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig. You're fucking with me.
Sure did, boss.
Well, at least I can see you got it back. If you have any questions. Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Okay.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper. What wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
thought...
like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too. I already told you. We were all there. That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Great witness.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little.
Yeah.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district
Yeah,
behind us.
but they
and
have
Glenn-
semi-automatic weapons.
Glenn
What do you have? Is judging from the weapons in this, I'm assuming they got like flintlock pistols
Yeah.
at this point.
A well-oiled murder machine.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What do you... We
Oh,
got
they're
weapons
automatic.
Of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That's nervous.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
But he only wore the leggings, you fucking idiot.
So were the local gangs, the fucking Barmy army, and the Madre scum.
Oh, well, no, I guess they did take off the armor, right. But he was shot in the head, which means, depending on what kind of helmet it was, it didn't protect him.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh?
Probably had an open face.
Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Bullshit.
Big fucking surprise.
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
What do you mean, okay? No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Shut the fuck up.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilo.
Oh, did I have a skill point, by the way? I did. We didn't get a thought to, so... Perfect.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of
I might
you.
go to Everett
We've connected
as
the
well,
footprints.
because he's got, like...
Detective, do you
more
want to
seems-
deliver the coup de grâce?
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. Boo fucking who. People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
That was good.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
That wouldn't hold up in court, by the way. But okay. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. We have a lot of buffs.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer, sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with
Isn't it funny that
now?
our lads are over there too?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
I'm a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
Ooh.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirly.
That went well.
Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, blonde. Sure, why not?
Fuck.
You've probably seen it.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild.
I don't understand what's so cool.
Nothing. We just have...
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Remember what I said. Freight.
Maybe we don't talk about this one this time. We already know the answer because this is where we ended, but...
Officer, what was that? Yes. The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
True.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. Okay, that's manageable. So she overheard you, or did you party together? Anything else? That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else? We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. Is it though? Nothing?
Yeah. Thank God I'm, like, pretty well prepped. Oh, they're gone! Hopefully they're here. Wait, will he be back? Let's find out. Oh yeah, he's probably just asleep. Alright, I think it's time to end this day. I'm sure Kim needs some sleep. Or, well... No, yeah, let's get some sleep. Good night, Kim.
Yes?
See you in the morning.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Fucking hell.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too in. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around.
I realized I forgot to change my title.
Every corner.
At least the game is
and
the same.
every street.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Right.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. You can never forget this shit.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harristar, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsake.
Wait.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the money, baby. For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
We're making steady
There
progress.
he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
'Cause only love can break your heart. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Thank you, Logic and Volition. I appreciate you.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now. It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse. You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios. Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy. Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee. Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez, your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol, and, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves. Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
Fuck it.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
All right. Let me go make that call real quick first as well about the armor. And then, Kim.
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility.
How'd you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the Coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
Okay. Oh, wow. So he's got to be here. Wait a second. Isn't that him?
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. Hi. So what brings you here? You did? And how did you like him? I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people. A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return to his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. On Sundays. He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. What about me, gendarme? Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, gendarme, what is this committee about?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course. I guess you will.
We'll talk to him later
Bye-bye,
about some
gendarme.
stuff. Alright, you asshole.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good. Okay. Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Cool. Kim's cooler than you.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered, but Kim is not part of the thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
The lieutenant is silent.
No, because in this thought experiment, we're all police officers in a police station. We don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Come on, stop it.
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
Fuck off.
This isn't helping.
You're not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang. Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Neither can I, partner.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still, yes, just cross it off the list.
Again? I can't believe... I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it...
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
You're a fucking wreck, man.
Yes? What is it?
Oh, did I not talk to her before?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who for...
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
What was with that, sir?
Well, I guess I
Cut the shit. Every second you stand here running your mouth, the case grows colder.
I'm not gonna do 4, just because I feel like that's gonna hurt my morale bad.
Yes?
God, fucking douchebag. Take on la responsibility. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll probably do 1 more, 2 more in Volition at the moment. Go from there. God, we're a fucking mess, dude. Alright, let me contact the car. I think I'm just gonna contact the car, and then we'll stop right here. We'll go talk to the... What the fuck? Get the fuck away from his car.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
It's because of his fucking jacket, that's his
The
name.
part of this presentation you want to take home with you,
Oh, and his
cop
too.
man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future.
Oh, the girl up there.
Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them. Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
Throw him off his game. You don't feel very scared.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now, so we don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand, or to you.
This is definitely something the Skulls would say, but we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls branding anyway. On the contrary, we're just here to market it.
Hey, we could be just as hard. Like pavement on top of pavement, or a brick on top of another brick.
Or a grave on top of a grave.
These kids have the vocabulary, but might be missing a brain. Wouldn't a grave on top of a grave be just a big hole? What's hard about holes? Filling them up, baby.
Oh man, yeah! We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
Whoa! Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no need to throw your authority in our faces.
I'm sure the gun
Wanna
helps
talk?
too.
Let's talk, boys. Ask them. The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm.
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Exactly. How can one... No
I know
shit.
that you don't know
For
shit.
example, how can one be
Uh.
sure that there truly is a body hanging behind the hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter? So what do you think we know? Nope. But
Don't tell
Oh,
him that. Skulls don't tattle, man. Cindy wouldn't.
You already said she's a skull. The last I saw her, she was hanging around the old apartment building near the pier.
Just don't tell her you heard it from Piss and Fuck, alright?
Mm.
I think she wanted those gloves for herself. Be cool, man.
Alright, we have a lead on the gloves.
Perfect. Oh my god, yes! Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Okay.
Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Cool.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Good thing I didn't mention the fucking gun. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to get my gun back. I remember now. Oh god. Well, shit. Let's go actually talk about the gloves real quick, and then I'll go do the
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. No. Stop goofing around, recruit. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't Missindo? Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation.
No.
Not honorable, recruit.
Not honorable at all. Fuck you. You know, I noticed this has like a left and right stick thing, but I never see them like do anything when you click it.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Oh, alright, Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Could that girl have been little Lily? It's not a bad place to start.
Could have been her. Small kid with giant white armored hands. If you've seen one of them, you've seen them all.
There weren't any other small girls in the village.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place. Thank you for passing on the message.
Might as well. Okay, cool. Okay, now we'll probably get some of the investigation going first. Okay, so let's get in front of the whirling rags and figure out what we're gonna do here. Alright, so in terms of what we got, a lot. So we have armor gloves we'll be looking into, which will be nice. The assault victim we'll do the first scene once we're back in the game. We'll head back to the church, see if anything has changed currently. We gotta find Morel, which means I gotta talk to more people. Now that I know where the map extends, we'll go find him. We haven't heard anything yet, so maybe check in within like halfway through the day for this one. We could definitely try and ask around about the tattoos. I'm sure maybe like the dock workers might know, or someone, maybe. Okay. Yeah, in terms of like the main quest stuff and a few other things, not bad. Oh, what do we got here, by the way? Superstar Cop 3, Apocalypse Cop, sorry, Cop, Boring Cop, Communist, God, Fascist, Ultra Liberal, Moralist. Has this been updated? I actually haven't noticed. Honor, people killed. I guess if we ever do kill someone, we'll see. But goddamn, look at our profile. Wait, what? No, wait. What? Hold on. Wait. What's this I see about traveling? What are you talking about? Travel here. That's new. Oh, did something unlock maybe? Something must have unlocked. Wait, let me see. I'm just curious. Is there actual fast travel? Wait. There really is a way to fast travel. What? I gotta try this now. So how does it work? Oh, what? No way. Hold on. Does it really have to be standing in front of the door? Yo! What? There's fast shot. I'm not gonna lie. I was fine just running around. But holy shit. I mean, this is good because I should fast travel over there because I think I've gotten most of everything I need in the waterfront at least so far. I mean, I do need to walk around to see if anything's changed. But this is perfect. Holy shit. This will make some of this shit go faster. That's nice. I am actually impressed this fast travel. I didn't notice that until now. I wonder if it's because like I had to walk there first, but holy shit. That's hilarious. Alright then, well. I think this is finally a good time to stop. So let's get ready for a raid. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I already know who I'm gonna raid, and what they're talking about is hilarious. Hold on. I'm gonna be a troll. Alright. Cool. For those watching on YouTube, I appreciate you watching. And, yep, we'll see you in the next episode and everything. Sorry, I have her in my ear, so I'm gonna get ready to raid my friend. So for those watching the VOD, thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.